In this series of video lessons, we're going to look at correcting and enhancing digital photographs using Photoshop and Adobe Camera Raw. Camera Raw is another program attached to Photoshop that allows you to process raw files. What raw photograph files are what we refer to as a digital negative. They are files that are not compressed like a JPEG, and they allow for a lot more digital information and much more detail. So when we go into processing them and editing them and changing them, they're going to retain as much of their quality as possible, much more than if you were editing a JPEG or a PNG file. But the first thing we need to do is locate the lesson files and then move them into our own account. So let's go first to the shared drive, and you'll find the Fajoli Digital Design folder, and go into the Photoshop lesson files folder. We're working on lesson 6 this week, so you want to copy and paste this into your own account. Now you have your student numbers, I have my own account here. I'm going into my own folder here and pasting it. Because you're going to want to save these and use them, so you really need to have them saved into your own account. It won't let you save if they're in the shared drive, if they're left there. So this is really an important step. You must copy and paste that entire folder into your student account, otherwise this lesson will not work. Alright, go ahead and minimize that. Let's go back to Photoshop. Let's go browse in Bridge. And here we will then, you go to Computer, and instead of going to the shared drive now, you'll go to your student account where you just saved the files. So I'm going to my digital design folder, my models folder. You should have saved it in some place that you'll know and that you'll be able to locate it. Once it's loaded, you go to lesson 6, and in the mission folder you'll find the 3 files that you want to work with. These are CRW, that's Canon Raw Camera Raw format. Okay, different programs have different file names, even though they're still raw files. Like Nikon will use NEF, and the Adobe Universal format that they've come up with is DNG for digital negative. So if you see a .dng, .crw, or .nef, you know those are raw file formats. So let's use the Shift click to select all 3 and press Enter. So since these are raw files, they will all open in Adobe Camera Raw. You see the thumbnails on the left show them, and on the right you'll find adjustments, and the preview is in the middle. Okay? So now that we have everything set up correctly, in the next video we're actually going to process these 3 images.